Traxxas Sledge upgrades. Pause them. Whole bunch of colors, whole bunch of everything.
Ooh.
I'm not wasting my time showing you guys everything.
Look at all this orange. I like that orange.
Yeah, there's orange, red, green, silver, wheelie bar. Their sway bar kit is out. There's a whole bunch of stuff like that going on. All your inserts. And then we also, back this up. So they've got all of their upgrades are available. There's inserts, there's A-arms, there's the new hubs and stuff that are on here.
Oh,
they've come up with a new hub that actually has like color-coded links. He's back. All right, should we get on with this before it starts failing again?
I don't know. Is it hacked or one of the buttons just moisture in the air or something, right?
Yeah.
Pushing buttons is like, oh, stuff's going random crazy. Yeah,
the reason why we don't do live streams or any of this stuff while we're traveling and on vacay. Well, look at it. Anyways, okay, so back to what I was talking about. So you can get your steering knuckles and all your stuff in different colors. So the plastic's still the same on these parts, but they've made the aluminum part that's coming out in various different colors. So all the same colors as you can get the shock towers or the upper T-beam. The only thing that they have not really shown a big difference in colors on is the chassis plate. So the chassis plate will come in a black or a blue.
Yeah, the black kind of goes with everything, though. It's never out of style.
Yeah. But, there are different wings. There's different everything. Even the body clip parts on the body were different. And really? They've also got a part number now available for a clear body if you don't like the Traxxas color schemes you've got going on. So lots of opportunity there. No different color wheels yet, but I'm sure that'll come. So, yeah, I think that's going to be kind of cool.
What color are you getting?
I'm going to stick with what I got right now. Probably going to move into greens, but I'm just going to do subtle stuff.
As you break them?
As I break them, but I don't really see any of those inserts ever getting broke. Honestly. Those inserts, they're protected. There's nothing happening. Mud guards, they're pretty durable and strong. I don't know why you would ever break one. And I think that you're probably going to... all of that stuff is strictly for looks. So you want to spend that extra kind of money for looks? I don't right now. I just want to beat the hell out of this thing for a while and see how it does. Yeah, I ran it that one time out in the little bike park thing that we went to, and it didn't blow up into pieces, and I'm impressed. So next thing we got on here, well, there's like different, is the Vanquish 410. Well, not the 410, but the Phoenix. Now, this is the VFD Twin Transmission from them. Now, it's now available in a kit version, so you can have it assembled outside of the kit.
So this here was kind of going on with what we had last week. We had the axles last week, and now we got the transmission.
Yeah, so basically what they've done now is they've released all of the parts that were not... the parts that everybody was basically buying the kits, stealing out. Not everybody was taking those axles, though, so I was surprised they released that first. And the body is also available now as well. I didn't bother putting that up here because bodies are kind of a meh.
So what can you fit this into? Like,
okay,
so specific, isn't it?
It's kind of specific. It'll fit into any of the Vanquish line. Of any of the like if you have the original Origin, then you could swap this transmission in. Then you get your variable overdrive on the front end, all that kind of stuff, right? I have so basically I have the Origin, and then I put the Pro transmission in, which is the original VFD transmission, and I put that one in. So now if I wanted to change that, I'd have to take that one out and put the VFD Twin so that I can get the gear changing options into it and all that kind of stuff, right? And the dig and all the other things that it comes with. So it is for the guy who wants to build and doesn't want to have to rob parts out of a Phoenix kit, basically. Metal gears and everything, as you can see. And there's their drive ratios. So if you look, you can see in the light blue, That's how you change your gear ratios up. You put in the different bearing spacers, and it changes things around and lets you change your gearing because it changes where the mesh is and everything for them.
Oh, that's pretty
Kind of
cool.
cool. It's a really well engineered, really well designed setup, I think. Definitely something I'll put in if I do an actual competitive style or like a performance oriented build on a truck like this. I'd probably put this transmission in. I've got some extra Vanquish rails and stuff, but so going from that, they also released a new set of shocks. These are the SAE 90 mil scale shock set. Basically just another scale appearing shock option for you.
You throw it into your SEX 10s and whatnot, right? They're running the 190s.
Yeah, they're 90, 95, 80s. It depends on whether you're running portals, what kind of travel you want. There's so many options now. I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of different lengths. This is just the one that they're showing first. Packaged by Incision. YOKOMO came out with the BD11. This has got some cool stuff to it, I think. Now they've got their, instead of the plastic A-arms, they've got carbon fiber. They've really seemed to really step up their game. And look at the way the shock towers are on this.
Very similar to the X-Ray.
Yeah, except they're not going with that plastic Y style, like a fully adjustable. They're sticking pretty much with the solid A-arms that don't have a whole ton of adjustability to them.
Yeah, and the actual easy to adjust top link.
Right.
Look at that ultra low sway bar in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then the motor mount and everything seems to be pretty centralized, so it should be fairly good balance front to rear. It's glitching on this again. There's your blocks. This is what really got me. These shocks are crazy small. Like, they're super small.
That's all you need. Ultra low.
I know, but you're getting your super low CG, but I don't know anybody makes any shocks this size. So you're going to have a hard time finding, like, if you break that shock, I guess it's no different than an X-Ray, but you're not really going to find a bunch of different options out there to swap it out. Then we step into drag racing. So with the Losi 22S, the drag racing platform, this is the new Exotek front bumper to fit on there, foam placed. But the key thing to this one is it's actually designed to fit.
That's ultra accurate.
Yeah. It's designed to fit the GNSS or any of your GPS modules, in theory. Because why wouldn't you want to put your expensive piece of electronics right up in the bumper so that when you crash it, the bodies are so long, usually it doesn't really matter anyways.
Yeah, I think that in the middle could eject it out somehow, some way.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure out how.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
sure. I think you got 22S kicking around.
I got one or two.
Yeah, I got one or two. We'll have to test it out.
Club 5 with the Vanquish 410 with the Phoenix, they came up with a scale interior set. Basically a whole bunch of scale stainless steel pre-cut, die cut, water jet cut, however they cut them, laser cut maybe. Just basically to make it all look cooler, more blingy.
Here.
Way more blingy bling. And in that kit also comes a grill guard. A radiator guard.
So you can see that through the grill, eh?
Yeah, and an emblem for the front grill.
Ooh.
That says international because, they're got to say international, right?
Yeah,
Toyan, yeah, a V8, an RC. Like I never really got the scale. I didn't find a lot of information on it.
So this was like the original 4-cylinder, multiple. Like they produced it enough to go somewhere with it, not like the one-off ones.
Right.
So they're taking that same design and added 4 more cylinders on the other side.
Now I know they're making a crawler based with this motor in it, from what I understand. A couple sneaks and stuff like that. The VSV800 or it's just on vacation. FSV800. So it's going to be an obnoxiously loud little nitro motor.
I think just I know the difficulty with nitro, but I still want to do this maybe.
I,
Get your crawler going up the hill.
I see this motor going into some crawlers and stuff, and I know there's a kit that they're talking about that's going to have it in it. I believe it's made by Toyan. I can't remember exactly who. I've been trying to stay off of the internet and not watch videos or anything. It's not working real well. But when you go crawling, so you got the guys who put the sound kits in their trucks, right? And everybody who's crawling with that group, they kind of migrate away from the dude with the side with the sound kit. This guy here who's running this motor is going to be crawling all by himself.
I don't think so. I think it's going to track some people. It's like when you go to the on-road track for racing. We're racing at the Ford dealership last year.
After a while, it gets annoying though.
The nitro starts up. Nitro race cars will come in there, see what's going on, and
then they're gone. They're like, "Kid, that's annoying. I gotta leave." Right. So that's my take on that. I think it's going to be a cool novelty, but I don't think you're going to see much out of it. I don't think you'll see much out of it at all. So that's pretty much the take. That is everything really that's new. A lot of the other things we already talked about last week. The biggest release was last week was the Traxxas Sledge, and now they've started putting out some parts for it, which is cool.
One thing I'm missing is still that
the X-Ray X1. You're still waiting for that?
Still waiting for that. It's not going to happen this year, I guess.
I don't think it is either.
Guess they missed it.
And you're all, they did put a new 8th scale chassis, but it's not new. It's just a redesigned version of an old one.
It's supposed to be totally different. All new design in this one.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is. That's the 8th scale nitro on-road.
Right.
From X-Ray.
Well, when I get some time to actually go in a little bit more in depth in it, we'll talk about it next week.
I think we're just going to put little teasers out there. Like, okay, here's how we build one part. They have a big, huge video, and Martin Huddy's going to march through his factory.
I'm really amazed with Traxxas and their release, what they did with their Sledge. Then they put out a whole bunch of support videos from Traxxas directly, which is like really kind of not normal, because like they put out all of these videos going into depth about the chassis and the suspension and the reason they did this and the reason they did that. And there's if you go on Traxxas' website, there's all kinds of step-by-step reasons why they built this, why they built that. I'm going to say this, I see a lot of people complaining about the servo speed on that Traxxas, on the Sledge. And guys are immediately just ripping that servo out and changing it out. I'm not going to do that unless the servo breaks. What I am going to do is I am going to put in that BEC kit that is supposed to come from Traxxas, that I'm waiting for them to release the one that will fit the Sledge specifically. I'll put that BEC kit in there and power that servo up and see if it changes things. With the Traxxas parts.
Doesn't it? It goes up quite a bit when you go from the 6-volt.
I think if I remember right, it was like 4 something.
Yeah.
From 367 up to 400 and something. Yeah. And the speed went up. And that was everybody complains about the speed. So that's where I'm thinking I'd rather try, and seeing as it's showing ratings for a higher voltage, I want to try and run that servo at higher voltage and see how it works.
You get the most of it, right?
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for today's New and RC. Aaron's on vacation. I am on vacation. See, I'm not really gone. I'm just ignoring everybody on the planet, trying to. Anyways, so
lock on the basement door, put the big lock on there.
Yeah, no,
Dad's on vacation.
I'm heading out to the bush this afternoon, so I won't be around. There will be no internet for me. I'll be able to record all kinds of stuff, but I won't be able to post it. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you next week with some more new cool stuff.
More new stuff next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.